Hey, Monica Neubauer here, the Maverick Motivator. There were a couple of things that I thought about that I wanted to add to my series. So, this is a few additional miscellaneous items. All right. First of all, one of the questions that I was thinking of myself after I did my conversation was what qualifies as income? Now, we have a lot of our young people are in what's called the gig economy. And I'm referencing young because first time home buyers, though not always younger, are often younger. And a lot of folks are in this gig economy doing the self employed route, which I've been self employed for 30 years. Go for it. However, it is and can be a little more challenging to get a loan when you're self employed, right? They're looking for 2 years of reliable, consistent income before they'll give you a loan based on your self employment income. Okay, so just know that you're going to have to build that up over time. Now, if you're employed, they just need a W-2. They need to know that you have a job and what you're making. So it actually is easier to get a loan if you have a job than it is if you are recently self-employed. If you have a good history of self-employment, great. You show it to them and you get the loan. The other thing too is if you have too many tax deductions and your income shows is too low, that could be a problem too. Don't try and figure any of this out on your own though. Call a lender, let them look over your situation, let them tell you what you need and educate you. And then when you're ready in a year, 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years, go back to that lender and give them the loan. They were helpful. Use them in the future to buy your house. Okay. Also, when you're buying a house, we talked about the expenses, and I want you to be in the experience and not feel like you're going to nickel and dime and micromanage the process. Have enough money where you know you can hire someone who's doing a good job, even if they cost a little bit more money. Okay? And it's reasonable for you to look at all the expenses and say, is this something I need? Is this something I need? Is this something I need? Now, your agents would not suggest it to you if it weren't something valuable. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't ask questions and get to understand it. So please ask good questions, understand what you're buying, and understand what all your closing fees are going to. It's okay to ask questions and want to understand that. But remember that in the end, saving a few pennies or a few dollars here and there is not going to be good business. You're buying something that's several hundred thousands of dollars, and the money you're going to be putting into it is potentially tens of thousands of dollars. Watch your dollars, but don't worry about a few $100s here and there. Get the better vendor for that. All right. A couple of investment things that I was thinking of. If you ask the question, Monica, what if I just want to start with investment properties? I don't want to buy a home for myself yet because I'm traveling or I have whatever other housing situation that you love, but you want to get into real estate. If you're buying an investment only and you're not living in it, you're going to have to pay about a percentage point higher for your interest rate, okay? And you will have to have 20% down. When it's a pure investment loan, they want you to have more money in the game and they're going to charge you a little bit more, and that's completely normal. And that doesn't mean it's a good or a bad idea. I just want you to be aware that it does cost a little bit more. These courses that say, oh, get in and buy an investment property for $0, I'm not sure where they're doing that. There may be tricky ways, but I would say that they're complicated. Okay. But again, call your favorite lender and ask them and see what's happening. It may be that you can partner with someone too, something like that. There are creative opportunities out there, but I'm not here to tell you about those. You can find those on your own. I like things pretty straightforward, and I know that's safe. All right. One other thing I wanted to say about Airbnb as opposed to long-term rentals. An Airbnb, running a VRBO or an Airbnb is more like running a business. Okay, it has more expenses. It needs to be organized. It needs to be maintained on a regular basis. And if you're not doing it, you need to have a property manager who's making sure the unit's getting cleaned, that the customers are being served, that when they have questions, somebody's responding to them. Running an Airbnb or a VRBO is a side hustle or a full-time business. Okay. Now, it's only a full-time business for people who have several properties, but it is time-consuming. Whereas a long-term rental is much easier. You just let them in. It's an investment that requires maintenance. And sometimes it has a problem. Most of the time it's fine and doesn't require any attention. So a long-term investment is an investment tool, while running an Airbnb or a VRBO is more of a business. Even if you're hands off, that's fine, but it's going to cost you more money, so it'll make you less money in that situation. All right, let me know if you have some more questions, and if I need to, I'll make another video. See ya, Monica Neubauer. Bye.